All right, so this is a little update. What is going on with Bally Sports? You just can't kill them. You really can't. We've got new news, Twins, Rangers, and Guardians games. Oh my goodness, will continue to air on regional networks under reworked deals, so they will still be on Bally Sports, we thought. Towards the end of last year, when Bally Sports lost two teams and MLB Network had to start broadcasting the games, this would be the end for Bally Sports. It would be over. Maybe a streaming service like Amazon would take them over. You can see the Twins' agreement with Diamond expired at the end of last season, and so did a lot of other teams, but apparently they've been able to rework the deal, and it's just one more year, that's what they're saying, for a lot of these teams on a regional network being Bally Sports. The Twins have reached an agreement for broadcasting rights for their upcoming season, according to AP. They will join the Guardians and Rangers as teams whose broadcasts are expected to remain on their regional sports networks for at least one more season. Diamond Sports Group has filed amended rights agreements with a federal bankruptcy judge to carry the three teams' games this upcoming season. A hearing on the agreements will be next Friday. Diamond Sports has been in Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings, and this has been a long time coming. And this is just how long the court system takes to play out. We were hearing about this back in May, and people were saying there's going to be all these regional teams that were going to be homeless in terms of having a place to broadcast their games, and MLB was going to have to pick up like 9 or 10. I don't know if it was 9 or 10 because Bally originally wanted to keep like the most lucrative teams, meaning the teams that got the best viewership, and then kind of the lower teams would be left out to dry and MLB Network would take over their games. You can see, just for some context, there is MLB Network with their little scoreboard, which I think their scoreboard is out to date, but certainly it's better than Bally Sports. You can see hosting Padres games towards the end of last season. The company said in a late 2021 financial filing that it had around $8.5 billion of debt. It reached a restructuring agreement with creditors last month and is still going through hearings. Diamond owns 18 networks under the Bally Sports banner. Those networks have the rights to 37 professional teams, including 11 baseball, 15 NBA, like half the NBA teams, and then also 11 NHL. So 11 NHL and 11 MLB. The Twins' agreement expired at the end of the season. So this is based off of like the Twins, because I'm guessing this is some Minnesota type article, but it's also the Guardians and the Rangers that we thought possibly would have to have their games on MLB Network and broadcast through that. They would keep the same announcers. It would just be a completely different graphics package, basically. But listen, like Bally Sports, since they really came into this back in 2021, it's been a disaster. There's been no innovation from Bally. Their scoreboard came out. It was horrible. Everyone begged them to upgrade it, and they haven't done anything. The only good thing that Bally Sports has done when it comes to graphics, they do tend to change the team logo. Like if a team wears throwback jerseys, they will change the logo. That's actually pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. I like that little subtlety that they do. And also during, if you guys know, the NBA in-season tournament, which was just so horribly done, nobody cares. The courts are just disgusting, but they did kind of have a cool scoreboard for that. So I will give them credit for that. But the scoreboard needs to be changed completely. It is far too clunky, and half of it is just rotating through scores from around the league, which is completely meaningless. The idea that you really need that in this day and age when everyone is on their phones and can just look up the scores themselves rather than have it take up half the screen going over and over and over and over again, it doesn't make any sense. It never made sense, and this was a 2021 issue, and they haven't changed it. And the NBA scoreboard is still the exact same, so I would imagine Bally getting these teams, it'll probably be the same. There's going to be no upgrade to their scoreboard. It's not even that it needs an upgrade. You need to completely change the structuring of it, change the font, change the format. I guess the only other good thing about it is it does include the logos. I like when scoreboards include logos. That's very important. You can see the deal with the three teams leaves the Diamondbacks and the Padres as the only teams who would have their games produced by MLB for the upcoming year, and we'll see if they can reach an agreement with them for at least one more year. And there's also the idea of possibly Amazon, the streaming service. And look, I'm never going to agree with people on streaming. I just don't think streaming is a great way to watch live sports personally. Now, you could say, well, it's your internet, it's laggy. I don't know, man. I'm just never a fan of streaming. I always think it's going to lag. I think, it's just, it's a personal preference, I guess. And especially when it comes to watching live sports, you're going to be 5 or 6 minutes behind because there's already a built-in extra lag when it comes to streaming any type of event rather than have it on cable. But I get cable is ridiculously expensive. Trust me, I hear you. I'm probably going to be in a very similar situation where it's like there's no way I'm going to pay for DirecTV or Uverse at this point, especially if you live in an apartment or something like that. I get it. It's a lot easier to just stream. You can see the $100+ million deal that was struck between Diamond and Amazon Prime Video to stream Bally Sports. That coming out a few weeks ago. I'm sure a lot of people are happy about that. Maybe this will get Bally Sports back in young people's good graces. After weeks of rumors and negotiations, Amazon has officially entered into an agreement to invest into Diamond Sports Group and become the primary streaming home of live games on Bally Sports. Diamond announced Wednesday that Amazon Prime Video will become the primary streaming partner of Bally Sports, carrying all of the MLB, NBA, and NHL teams to which Diamond has digital rights, while Diamond owns digital rights to all of the NBA and NHL teams carried by Bally Sports. That is the case for only 5. And so this was before the update with the Rangers, Guardians, and Twins. But I believe they're up to 9 out of 11. The only 2 teams they would not have the rights for were the Diamondbacks and the Padres, unless I'm missing a team, or that article I just talked about was missing a team. According to the New York Post, it's around $100 million investment. That kind of seems cheap. If you're talking about the streaming, well, you have to think streaming is only a small percentage of the amount of viewership in comparison to cable, but 100 million in terms of these deals with rights and things like that, like to actually stream all of the regional rights, seems a little bit light. We saw the Suns come out and say they were just going to allow everyone to watch Suns games for free if you had like some subscription. And I think what's going to happen, and this is what a lot of these, Diamond Sports and Bally Sports, they're realizing that cable is just such an obsolete model and it's becoming a hindrance to a lot of young people. So this is an agreement that I'm sure a lot of people are extremely happy about, with Bally Sports and Amazon coming together. We'll have to see what happens to Bally Sports now, with them being in bankruptcy, though, and possibly not existing after next year in terms of broadcasting games. Bally Sports taking over in 2021 was a terrible move for everyone. You missed the Fox Sports regional stuff, but credit to Fox Sports for seeing the writing on the wall, seeing the decline in terms of value here for cable, and that's part of the reason why you're seeing Bally have to outsource this and allow Amazon to strike a deal with them for around $100 million to stream a lot of the Bally Sports games. So we're still wondering what's going to be happening to the Diamondbacks and the Padres. The Diamondbacks coming off that World Series appearance, but right now it does seem like, moral of the story, the majority of your Bally Sports MLB teams that were on Bally Sports last year, they're staying put. At least 9 out of the 11. We'll see what happens to the other 2, because the other 2 for the last 2.5 months were through MLB Network. Again, we thought it was going to be, a lot more teams, pretty much all the teams now. It wouldn't be very hard keeping the same production and everything like that and just switching over the graphics, but that's not going to be happening, at least for one more season. It seems like this is just going to keep getting extended, but they are in bankruptcy, so maybe this will be the last year of Bally Sports. Either way, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.